Good morning and happy Saturday. What's that? I'm standing in the bathroom and you can't hear a fan, and we have a floor and we have a toilet. We still don't have a sink for whatever reason. I don't understand. Let me tell you about this week. It's been a whole thing. Okay, so on the weekend, or maybe like on Friday last week, we found out that they're gonna come on Monday and do the floor after all the various times that they couldn't do the floor. So I get up super early. I couldn't get to sleep Sunday night, of course. I get up super early on Monday because they're supposed to be here between 9 and 10, so I was up at like 8-ish, so I could like get up, go to the bathroom, do my thing, get dressed, and be ready for them. And I started working on sewing projects. Oh, I think, is this what I made? I think this is what I made. A little book thing, and then a matching pen, and yes, the whale's diving down because reasons. It's fine. It's got character. And anyway, so then I 9 to 10, nobody came. 10 to 11, nobody came. Finally, at 12:30, somebody showed up. 2 people. They come. They go to take out the toilet, and I guess the toilet, like, I don't know, there's something about the valve and it's just spewing water. So then they can't do the floor, and then we have to have the fan turned back on because they've soaked the floor again. So then we wait and we wait. Oh, a plumber comes out later that day. I ended up having a nap because I was so exhausted and I was so frustrated because like this has been going on for like 3 weeks now. So then yesterday Wesley comes in and tell me like, hey, they're coming to do the floor, so if you need to use the bathroom, you should go now. And like, I just gotten up to pee, so I'm like, I'm okay. I wake up at 11. We don't have a floor. We don't have a toilet. The guy leaves at 12:30 because he's put down like, I think like leveling compound, so he's like, I gotta wait for that to dry. I'll be back in like 2 hours, so I can finally go to the bathroom. So I go to the bath, we leave, we go to Walmart, go to the washroom. Thankfully, the littles were supposed to be here this weekend, but thankfully their grandparents were like, hey, do they want to come hang out with us? Because that would have sucked for them. Like, they were already dealing with it enough when we just didn't have a floor, but then to also not have a toilet. So then the guy comes back at like 2-ish, and he puts down the floor. And then he's like, all right, the floor is down. So-and-so is going to come back and put in the toilet. So it's been like since, I want to say like 9 in the morning with no toilet. And it is 3-ish o'clock now. And I'm like, I have to pee. But he says this guy's coming by. So like, what the heck? So I'm like, okay, I'm miserable. I'm grumpy. I don't feel well because I haven't been drinking water because I don't want to have to pee, and I'm just not having a good time. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna put on my makeup anyway. And when I'm done my makeup, we will have to go somewhere to pee. At this point, I like shoot a message to my community saying like, hey, we still don't have a toilet. And I don't really know what to do about that. So then I get ready. Wesley's mom is coming home, and he calls her and is like, hey, can you bring Tiffany to go to the bathroom somewhere? So she brings me, we go. I feel a little bit better. I still don't feel great though. I'm still like grumpy. Understandably, it's our only bathroom, and it's been like 3 weeks. And then we get back. I normally start stream at 7, which means that I need to finish eating food by 6 at the latest. We get back finally at, I think, 6:15. The guy has come at this point. He came when Wesley's mom got home. 6:15, the guy finally finishes putting the toilet in and doing like the finishing details, and does not put the sink in because a plumber has to do that. But apparently we might be getting a new sink. I don't know. So yeah, so I was so grumpy, I ate something, and then I was just like, nah, I'm exhausted, the people have peopled too much, and that is the second stream. Oh yeah, because on Monday, because I was so exhausted from the debacle of that day, I canceled stream. And so I canceled 2 streams this week because of this bathroom thing. And so I was even more grumpy. So I ended up just like doom scrolling for a while, and then Wesley's mom's like, go get food. And so she gave us money to go get food for everybody. And then we came back, and I was eventually, and then I was like, oh, I need to clean up the room because it's a disaster. So I did laundry, I made the bed, I folded the other laundry from the other day, put that all away. And then I finally recorded a couple things. One of the things was a game that I got a key for off of the site called Keymailer, where you can get, if you're a content creator, you can get things, or games. It was so bad. I'm not saying it was like a lost cause. There are ways to fix it. Number one, it's not localized into English, and so the lore looks like it was very interesting lore, but I think it was Chinese. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't English, it wasn't French. I couldn't understand it. And so I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out. And it went by so fast. Like, I've played games before that weren't localized for the demo, and I was able to use Google Translate, but this was like so beyond, it was so fast, there was no shot. And then, so like, I didn't even bother with the dialogue with the people, and like, they were cool looking characters. The reason I picked up this game was it was a 2D platformer, and the character was abnormally large, and it just looked so cute. Turns out that was a detriment, because the character was so large, you'd like go to jump and you'd hit your head on the ceiling. Because like, he should have been like this size, and he was like this size, which also made his hitbox massive. And it was a rough one. I was gonna do a full playthrough. I played like 50 minutes, and I was like, I simply cannot do this. I'm like, here's the ways that they could fix this game. Game did just come out, and I was like, the main two ways that they could fix this game: English or other language localization, and controller support, because I didn't have controller support either. Oh, and then also half the time I'd try to use a button and it wouldn't work. Like, I don't know what was up with the input. But anyways, tried that, then I played a couple demos, and then I just climbed to bed and I read a book. I finished it. It was a graphic novel, but it still counts. It's called Lightfall. Oh, what was it? It's real good. And so now I need to pick up the other two, and apparently there's a fourth one coming out. Let me see. I was on Barnes & Noble's looking at it, but anyways, Lightfall graphic novel. A Girl and a Galdurian. So good. Highly recommend. It's just, yes. Yes, so that was nice, and I finished a book. I finished 2 books this last week. One was Of Mice and Men, which I think I was reading last week. I was like, I gotta finish this for homework. Which I'm pretty sure I've read before. And then this one. So, yay me. I've also been working on scrunchies. Not because I'm like, oh, I really need to make scrunchies, but because I cut these scrunchies like ages ago. And it's time. I'm done those guys. I have to switch out my thread to a darker one for this. And then I do have these guys all tubed up. And then I'll have to cut a bunch of elastic. And then sew them shut and we'll be done. I also have like this fabric, which was way harder than anticipated to cut, and I was like, okay, well, let's get on sewing this. But as you can see, it's not even straight. Maybe you can't see, but so we're just gonna use that for scraps for something. But yeah, that is, I think, what the plans right now. I do have to leave to volunteer in about 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna listen to, oh, I started listening to, I realized this week that I needed a book to listen to, so I started listening to ACOTAR, which I can never remember what it's called, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm like 2.5 hours from the end of that. I will be continuing the series. I think I don't love this book, but I've heard that it gets better, and because I'm not actually physically reading, I'm just listening to it, it's a little bit easier. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna get locked into this, and I guess, let's see, what's this here? Oh, I also got a shirt because I'm going to try to use my embroidery machine later today, I think. We're ambitious this week. I also feel like I have a ton of things I need to record, but it's fine. But yeah, I think first thing I'm going to do is just cut all these threads and flip these, and then we'll get to the other pattern. Yay.
This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones I made, yeah. Deep side sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones, day ones. Showed up
Well, hello. Today has kind of evolved into unexpected. So last I caught up with you, I was heading out to go volunteer. So I went to volunteer and it was actually like super dead. Like typically there's usually like an hour's worth of stuff to do. There really wasn't today. Mostly because the fiction hadn't been checked to go to the categories. And so there was only so much I could do. And that's the thing that takes me, I mean, there's usually a lot, but it doesn't take me a ton of time. And so I did the nonfiction and then I filled up the free card and I vibed, took out the garbage, chatted with the custodian for a bit. He's really nice. And yeah, and then at some point, Wesley messaged me and said that baby B was not feeling well and wanted him to come get her. So he had to go get her. We were supposed to go to the gym, so he's like, I can get you your own gym membership, because he just had Planet Fitness Black membership, which lets him bring a guest. So like, we were always going together, so might as well save like $5. And so now anyways, I think he's gonna drop his down to regular because I have my own Neo. And yeah, so he ended up dropping me off. I went to the gym by myself. I'm like on fitness TikTok, and so I do like these like lat pull downs, and I like watched a TikTok about the proper form to do them, and oh my god, did I normally feel them, but I felt them today. And then I did like, you know, all my other stuff. I'm definitely a bit sore. Came back, made dinner, cleaned the kitchen, finally got the bathroom kind of partially put back together. We still don't have a sink. I still need to clean the bathtub, but at least all my stuff that's been in the living room is back on the stand over the toilet, which is now back, and all the towels are on their way to being clean, so there's that. But I need to do a little bit of recording, hence the makeup, and so we're gonna work on that, and then let's see, it's 8:20 now. I know one thing is gonna take like an hour to record, maybe like do like 4-ish hours of recording, and then I want to do invoicing tonight, because tomorrow on stream we're gonna do a chatty co-working, which means I'm gonna be building Lego, which Wesley so kindly got for me. I'm gonna pay him back for it. I just don't have Amazon Prime down here, and I'm not on the family account yet because we're just lazy. So that was good. And then I'm gonna build a puzzle, I think. And then Monday we're checking out a new game called Spindle, which I played the demo for and I loved it. And then Wednesday Palia, and then Friday we're gonna try Night in the Woods again. So that's the plan. But I'm gonna get myself situated, probably putter for a bit. Baby B just went into bed to sleep, so I don't want to like start immediately just in case she needs anything. She's gonna be up for a bit because she's watching an Over and Over, which is a show. But I was like, I'm gonna come check on you, and there will come a time when I'm gonna just tell you need to go sleep. And she was really good with that last time. So yeah, anyways, that's where we're at. I'm so pale also, like, Lord. But I folded all our laundry. The stuff on the bed I need to hang, folded all that, got all the towels washing, and like the bath mat and all that. I actually need to switch those over. Will I remember is the question.
Ooh, take it back to when nobody used to know me. Let's tell them I was just chilling with my homies. Now that we're popping, everybody is talking. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep south sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones, day ones. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep south sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones, day ones.
Well, hello. I'm bopping to Taylor Swift. I don't know, like, I know like a lot of people are like, this new album sucks. I find it's like such an earworm. I constantly find myself singing the songs and whatnot. I can't get them out of my head. Certified bop. Certified banger. I want to dance to everything. Even Baby B, who does not like Taylor Swift, I was playing The Life of Ophelia. No, Opalite. She's like, I like this song. So, you know, it's true. Anyway, I can't remember if I mentioned, but I played this game called White Cat Night. I got a key for it, and when I first loaded into it, the menu had English, so I didn't language select because why would I? And then the entire intro scene was not in English, it was in Chinese, and then all the characters spoke in Chinese. which is kind of inconvenient. I just realized when I was editing, get out of here. I just realized when I was editing it that it said language select, so you might have seen in the last clip, I downloaded the game again, I went to language select. It started out the whole way at the beginning, same thing, the intro was all in Chinese, but when you talk to people, they're suddenly speaking English. And like, I'm sorry, but if I come in and the menu is all in English, why would I think to pick a different language? And so I just assumed it wasn't localized. And apparently it is. Not a good game. It's not a good game. I'm trying to decide if I want to re-record this or if I'll just put like a thing that's saying like, I didn't realize that there was an English version. Yeah, it was just not a good game. The biggest issues were the controls. I'd be like trying to press a button to use my little fireball and it didn't work like 20-30% of the time. Inconvenient. Died. And the character is like this big when it should be like that big. I think I talked about this. And so it's impossible to navigate. Sometimes it's going through the ceiling too when I shouldn't have been. Anyways, I'm trying to decide if I want to re-record this on Tuesday and just flip my schedule to have Cato going up on Tuesday instead of Thursday. I'm going to edit this regardless and then I'll make the decision. Ooh, my arms. Grooving to T-Swift. You know it. Knock on wood, in case you're curious. Okay, so I opted to just record like a little disclaimer thing to go before the game starts because I was like, I don't want to re-record this game because I did not enjoy playing it through. And so I was like, instead of re-recording it, I will just do a little thing like, you know, I was like, what did I say? I was like, when I was editing this, I noticed that there was a language select option on the main menu, which I didn't think to go into because the menu was in English. And then it just went out of my head. And then, you know, whatever. I also like when I did log back in that it was all in Chinese, so I had to use my Google Translate app. Bless it. It has saved my butt so many times to find the language select. And then, you know, the intro, oopsies. That's what I'm trying to do. I can't do, oh god, I can't do this with one hand. I'm trying to use Photoshop, but I need like at least 2 hands because I apparently don't know the commands with one. Couldn't have done it anyways because I needed multiple hands. But anyways, oh shoot, what shirt? Oh, I was wearing a gray one. I'm glad that I found that, if anybody wants to check it out. That being said, that was not the biggest issue that I had with the game. I take selfies. That one's awful. That was not the biggest issue I had with the game. The biggest issues I had with the game were the controls and the size of the character. The lack of localization sucked, even though apparently there is some. But this is called A White Cat Night. Well, whatever. But like obviously we go back in, but the lack of story for me was not what was making me go, oh my goodness, this is awful, you know? It was all the other things. But I'm glad that I figured that out, so if anybody wants to check it out, like I said, I was like, I can't play this game again. I simply cannot. Is too like stressful with how it was. I was like, the thought, I'm like, okay, I have to replay this. And the thought of having to go back through and fight my life through it again was just not it. Just not it. So I think I found a good solution to be like, hey, you know, I missed this, but that being said, I did not think I needed to, that being said, I did not think I needed to make it English when the menu was English. So, also, like, I mean, I feel, yeah, here's the thing, and I can't remember exactly, but I feel like I chose a language at the start of that, and I would have chosen English. And I assume I did because the menu was in English. Or if I didn't choose one, the menu was in English, so therefore it would be correct for me to assume localized, you know? And so I would never go to think about the language. And like I said, even when I went into the selecting English, the whole intro was still in Chinese. And so I was like, okay, no, it's just messed up. I'm like, let me go talk to character. I'm like, okay, well. But anyways, I think, you know, I think I've done my due diligence. I do not want to play that game again. Because there was hope for it. And here's the thing, like, I think they need controller support. I think that would have solved a lot of issues, as well as work with the input for their controls, even on the keyboard, because, like I said, like, 25 to 30% of the time I would press a button and it wouldn't do the thing it was supposed to do. It would just do nothing. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna get, it's a little bit later than I hoped it would be. It's 2:20 right now. I can do more editing throughout the week. Like, look at this, look at this. Okay, I'm like, is it white cat night or is it white night cat? I think it's white cat night, but I'm like, I'll just check. Nope, can't tell. But like, do you see? Everything here is in English. So like, you know, why would I think that it wouldn't be English? Again, I think that issue lends to the broader issue of the controls not working properly and all that. Anyways, so as I was saying, I can do some editing throughout the week. So I think the most important thing right now is I need to get my demo for Sunday uploaded, which, because today is Sunday and it goes up in like 11 hours. So I need to get that uploaded. I need to get my American Truck Sim video for Monday uploaded, and then this video uploaded. The demo for Friday, the 18th, is already uploaded because I posted it previously. I got the key from my, I'm in Mooncat Creators, and I got a key for the demo from them. It's horrifying. I'll try to, if I remember, I have a dumb picture somewhere of my reaction to a bad guy here, a creepy guy. So I'll try to remember to put it in, because it was like, I was like, oh, because I don't love scary games, you know, with the best of them. I don't love them, and so she struggled. Okay, let's do this. I could excuse me, I could probably stop talking and just do my thing, and it would probably go faster. And as much as I really do enjoy chatting, sometimes these vlogs are tragic to enter or to edit because of me. It's me. Hi. I am, in fact, the problem. So I'm gonna go shut up and I'm gonna listen to some more T Swift, and then I'll probably get a snack here shortly, put away my invoicing stuff, and ignore those clothes that need to be hung. Because I know me. But yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Probably. I don't know, I'm gonna have a schnieka. Maybe some cheese. I don't know. Okay, I have 30 minutes of this left. It is 2:30 in the morning. Do we think we can get through it before bed? Because some of those are gonna be credits, right? You go find food and we'll see. Well, we are a little bit later than intended because I also forgot that I had to take off my makeup. But I've eaten food. I've taken off my makeup. As you can see, we're in jammies. My arms are a little sore still, but not like they were earlier. So I have hope. I have faith. We're gonna drink a little bit more water before we go to sleep. I don't think I'm gonna read. I think I'm just gonna tuck in because, like I said, it's quarter after. I think I said it's quarter after 3. Anyways, it's quarter after 3. So I just want to get tucked into bed and hopefully get to sleep soon so I can get up at like 11ish and we can do all the things, go to the gym. We have to grocery shop for a couple days. We haven't actually grocery shopped this. Normally we grocery shop every 2 weeks, and we haven't actually grocery shopped yet because we did get a decent amount. Plus I think like life's just been weird. I don't know. I think we've been doing a couple like just eat what you want. And so like the girls are like cup noodle or mac and cheese and stuff. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna sleep now. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe because I vlog every weekend and try to post every Wednesday and it doesn't happen, but we try. The vlogging happens. The editing and the posting, not so much. But yeah, see you soon. Bye.